Had some big groundhogs rooting around in my yard today, digging a hole down there and digging a hole down there. I'll take you inside. It's too windy out here and cold, but I'll take you inside and show you why they were digging. This is why they were digging. Sunday morning, my wife and I were getting up to get ready for church, and we found out that we had no power in a lot of parts of our house. Not everywhere, but in about half of the house. And my first suspicion was that it was a GFI in our master bathroom, and it was an old one, and the lights weren't working in our bathroom or our bedroom. So that was the first place I checked, and I couldn't get it to reset. So I ran up to the local grocery store that also has a hardware store in it and bought another GFI and installed that, and I still had no power. So the next place I went checking, of course, was in the circuit box. I had already been in there to turn things off, and I got out my multimeter and started doing some checking, and here one leg of the meter was completely dead. And the way electrical boxes are set up, it switches back and forth so that you'll have one circuit breaker working on one side and the one exactly opposite it doesn't work, and then you drop down and it's vice versa. Anyway, make a long story short, I got some of the stuff working by piggybacking the wires from one circuit breaker into another, and called the electrician on Monday. I at least got my furnace running on Sunday anyway, and I still made it to church. Didn't make it for Sunday school, but called the electrician on Monday, and he said he would come over this morning, which is Tuesday. And he came over early this morning and inspected things and had his meter out and discovered that, and I had discovered this just before he got here, so he had mentioned on the phone it was possible that one of the wires coming from the pole outside might be dead. And I tested that, and sure enough, one leg coming in had no power to it. So his fellows came later on, and they started testing, and they had this neat meter that they could poke into the ground and it would beep, 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 and they could discover where there was a break. And they had to dig down 3.5 feet to find out where this was at. And this was the result that they found in the bottom. This was one of our main power cables coming into the circuit breaker box. And it had obviously gotten punctured at one point in time, and moisture was getting in there, and over a number of years, and it might have been when it was originally laid, it's been corroding again and again, and it finally just corroded enough so that it wouldn't work. So, yep, they cut that piece out and they spliced it back together and filled in the holes the way you just saw. And now I have full power back and I'm able to use my computer again. So you never know what to expect when you wake up in this life. Could be a heart attack like my wife had 2 weeks ago. Or it could be your electric isn't working. Who knows what could go wrong? That's what life is all about. One obstacle after another. And it depends on how we respond to those obstacles and who we trust in to help us get it fixed. I couldn't fix this one myself. Had to have somebody help. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, well, speaking of help, I couldn't fix my wife either. I had to have somebody help her. And first and foremost, we needed God to help us. And then he gave the doctors wisdom and the ability to do what they needed to do to fix her problem. You all have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye now.